Welcome back, everyone. This is DJ GTA Failer. The subject of this radio station video is Chatterbox FM, but before we get into that, let me just read a short paragraph about the MP3 player slash CD changer from the wiki. GTA 3 allows players to play their songs in the PC and Xbox ports of the game. This custom radio station is named MP3 player in the PC port and CD changer in the Xbox port. This only supports MP3 and WAV music formats. Tracks are played in alphabetical order according to their file names and cannot be skipped. I'm talking about the MP3 or MP3 player version here. Inserting custom music into MP3 player consists simply of placing music files into the MP3 folder located within the primary game folder. For the Xbox version, a CD must be installed into the console's hard drive.
All right, Liberty City, this is your talk radio show Chatterbox, where your opinion matters. Let's go to the phones. Hello, caller, you're on Chatterbox.
Okay, and now we'll start talking about Chatterbox FM. I wasn't sure what I should be playing in the background while I talk about Chatterbox FM. Typically, I've been playing the actual track from the radio station for each of these videos, but Chatterbox FM is obviously just chatter, just talk, and it is not possible to listen to two different conversations happening at the same time. So what you're listening to in the background is just going to be a collection of some of my favorite songs from any of the radio stations. I'll splice in Chatterbox FM quotes here and there, but I won't talk over them because then you won't be able to listen to them, or you wouldn't be able to listen to me. Okay, reading from the wiki, Chatterbox FM is a talk radio station hosted by Laszlo, featuring call-ins from various citizens of Liberty City. It is one of the shows on Liberty City Free Radio in Liberty City Stories before becoming a station in its own right in GTA 3. It's owned by Donald Love's Love Media and hosted by Laszlo, who in real life also produced the radio and the commercials for the game. All right, so let's go ahead and start reading about Laszlo. He has a long entry. I'm going to just pick a few highlights here. But from the wiki, Laszlo Jones is an American talk show host who in real life was involved in writing and producing GTA games. That's right, this is actually the guy's name. Technically Jeffrey Crawford, quote, Laszlo Jones, but he's a real person, not invented for GTA 3 or any of the other GTA games, and that's his name, Laszlo Jones. He voices a character of the same name in many GTA games. The fictional rendition of Laszlo is that of a radio host with a media career of more than 30 years as of the events of GTA Online. Yeah, there's just a massive wiki page here about Laszlo Jones because this guy is in more GTA games than anybody else. Literally anybody else. So he appears in Vice City Stories and Vice City and San Andreas and Liberty City Stories. Obviously, he's here in GTA 3 as well. He also crosses over into the HD universe in GTA 4 and the episodes from Liberty City, both the Lost and the Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony. He's in GTA 5 and also GTA Online. My goodness, what a resume this guy has. Okay, so reading just about the GTA 3 appearance here of Laszlo. By 2001, during the events of GTA 3, Laszlo and now Donald had taken over the operation of LCFR, that's Liberty City Free Radio, which was now renamed in GTA 3 to be Chatterbox FM. It's revealed during his tenure here that sometime between his time in Vice City and here in Liberty City, Laszlo married an unnamed woman who he would occasionally mention on the radio. Although this is Laszlo's fifth appearance in the in-universe chronology of the GTA games, but this was his first real-life appearance because GTA 3 was the first 3D universe game. Thus, some early installment features of his personality were later scrapped, but they're shown here in GTA 3. Yeah, so as Rockstar made some of the prequel games to GTA 3, they had to decide which things of Laszlo, which characteristics of Laszlo that came out in GTA 3 would they keep, and which ones would they toss. Laszlo in GTA 3 was a sane, calm, composed, rational, and down-to-earth guy who would respond with a, quote, only sane man attitude to the crazy and eccentric remarks of his callers. This may appear shocking given how much his personality changed between here and GTA 3 and then how he became this exaggerated lunatic in later games in the GTA series. In addition to his voice appearing in all of these games we mentioned, Laszlo's body was actually used through motion capture technology in GTA 5 and GTA Online, where he physically makes an appearance in those games. He does have prominent appearances in 3 missions in each of those games, GTA 5 and GTA Online. And then reading from the trivia section, Laszlo has appeared in the most games in the GTA series. He's appeared in every game in both the 3D universe and the HD universe except for GTA Advance and Chinatown Wars. Laszlo is one of 11 characters in the series to exist in both the 3D and HD universe. Of these, he's the only one heard making direct references to events from the 3D continuity. Laszlo is the fifth real-life celebrity to physically appear in the GTA series. Phil Collins appeared in Vice City Stories, Ricky Gervais and Cat Williams in GTA 4, and Frankie Boyle in The Lost and the Damned. He is one of only 3 characters from the 3D universe to appear in person in the HD universe. In GTA 3, the replies Laszlo gives to his callers are usually comically caustic and opinionated. A common reply to nonsense callers is, "Well, I'm sure that's a lesson to us all."
Look, taxes are really wrong. My father worked his whole life. He played the lottery. And now the state wants him to pay taxes on the money he wins from that stuff? Buy your own lottery tickets, hey.
Good point. I think that's a lesson to us all.
On the Chatterbox FM show, one of the callers asks if he's Hungarian.
Hello, caller. You are on the air.
Hi, Laszlo. Is that your real name?
Of course it's my real name.
Are you Hungarian?
No, I'm from upstate.
Are you sure that's not a fake radio name like Andy or Bobo? I thought all those radio people had fake names.
Do you have a question or you just want to sit here and talk all day about my name?
No, that's it. Love the show, Laszlo. Or Mark. Or John. Or Beverly. Whatever your name is.
Laszlo is a common name in Hungary, although it's spelled a little bit differently than it is here in GTA 3. So his name in GTA 3 is spelled Lazlow, Laszlo, and then the common Hungarian spelling is Laszlo, and there's an accent over the 2 vowels in that spelling. Now coming back to the wiki for Chatterbox FM. As I mentioned, this is Laszlo's first appearance in the game series and also the first appearance of one of the guests on the radio show, Fernando Martinez, both of whom would eventually become recurrent characters in the GTA games.
And now it is my great pleasure to welcome Fernando Martinez, who it says here is the founder of Fernando's New Beginnings, a revolutionary new way of saving your marriage. Fernando, welcome.
The pleasure is mine, Laszlo. It is an honor to be here. I feel blessed.
Chatterbox features a format in which listeners call in with opinions and complaints, and the host responds with their take on the situation. The station also features 2 long interviews with Liberty City characters, one with the pacifist, organic food-eating martial artist Reed Tucker.
All right, now joining us in the studio, we have a very special guest. His new book, Karate and Digestion, has been on the top 100 self-help books for the past 3 weeks. He is the founder of Now and Zen Dojo, an organic food market in Trenton. His name is Reed Tucker. Welcome to Chatterbox, Reed.
Why, thank you, Laszlo. It certainly is an honor to be here today.
And one with the cheap pimp from upstate Liberty, Fernando Martinez.
Who are your people anyway? Which exotic location do you come from?
I am Latin.
Latin is a big place there, buddy. Where in Latin?
I do not need to listen to these insults. I have pride. I have a calling. Many are called, but few are chosen, my friend. And I was called and chosen to work a miracle.
So, where were you called from, Fernando?
From upstate, okay? You happy money now? I'm not real Latin, but I provide real Latin passion. I work the miracles every day. Listen, wives, children, if your husband, if your daddy, if he not happy, send him to me, Fernando. In exchange for a few hours a week, I give you the world.
Get off! Get lost! You're just a cheap pimp from upstate! Get out of my studio!
Chatterbox FM is the Triad's favorite radio station. The callers and calls include a British man calling to tell Laszlo that he needs a nanny to spank him. This actually led to a similar call about witches in Vice City and even their own commercial in San Andreas.
But the thing is, Laszlo, when I was a naughty boy, I would get spanked. Nanny would spank me when I was naughty. And now Freddy needs a nanny because when Freddy's naughty, he needs to get spanked.
Well, there's some child psychologists who probably say that spanking can be harmful to a child's emotional development.
Absolute rot, Laszlo. It's lovely. Freddy needs a nanny. He needs a nanny, Laszlo, because Freddy's been a very naughty boy.
How old is your son?
Excuse me?
How old is your son?
I don't have children. I can't stand the little brats. But Freddy needs a nanny. All
right, that's enough of him. God, who gave this guy a green card?
Tony Cipriani calling with an embarrassing story about his mother.
Sorry. I'm just a little unhappy, a bit agitated, real angry. It's my ma. She don't think I'm a real man. Can Can you imagine that? I mean, I do a man's job and all, but she treats me like a little boy. All I get is, your pa this and your pa that, and you ain't a real man, Tony, and it's driving me freaking nuts.
Well, Tony,
Tony? How'd you know my name was Tony? You tracing this call? 'Cause if you are, you're gonna get real intimately acquainted with what your brains look like. My name ain't Tony, okay?
okay.
A nudist man who hates clothes.
I mean, we're all about opinions on Chatterbox, which is Liberty City's premier phone-in station. But why don't you like clothes?
I just hate them. They're so constricting. I mean, there's a line wear clothes, and the lion is the king of the jungle. So why can't I, a humble citizen, go naked? I'm naked, Laszlo. I'm naked.
I really didn't need to know that.
And Maria Latour calling regarding relationship troubles with her boyfriend, Claude.
I mean, what's your name? What'd you call about?
I'm sorry. I'm Maria. Maria, like Mamma Mia. Only different, but I had this boyfriend. And at first, he was real kind to me. He was a real gentleman. A little bit older and everything, but he treated me really good. And then it all went wrong, and so, I found someone else, and he seems real nice, but, he don't talk too much, so I really can't tell if he likes me. And, well, I guess what I want to know is, how do you tell if a guy is serious? I mean, he treats me good, but he don't seem real interested in me. He's always working and hanging out with the guys.
One caller calls in to talk about turnips, and Laszlo responds, "This isn't gardening with Maurice." And of course, Rockstar decided to turn that one line into a show in San Andreas called Gardening with Maurice.
All right, next caller, you're on Chatterbox. What is on your mind?
Turnips, root vegetables, albino carrots as they're known back home.
Okay, here's the deal. This isn't Gardening with Maurice. That's on later.
A caller who indicates he's fond of eating animals of any kind says he sometimes finds pigeons that have notes attached, commenting, "It's like a fortune cookie with wings."
Pigeons are good, too. Sometimes they come with notes attached, just like a fortune cookie with wings.
Another caller from a woman from Citizens Raging Against Phones, a pressure group against the use of telephones, declares that the group uses carrier pigeons in the place of the telephones, but that they keep going missing, implying that these are the pigeons that the prior caller is eating.
I am the president of a group called Citizens Raging Against Phones.
Crap?
Exactly.
Your organization's called Crap. What kind of moron are you? You want to round people up for using a phone, but you're calling up on a phone to tell the world about it. I mean, but how many people are there in this crap?
Citizens are raging against phones, Laszlo.
How many people?
There are 3 of us. It's hard organizing meetings without the phone, though. We've had to resort to carrier pigeons, and they keep disappearing.
What are you speaking to me on? What's that in your hand?
I am not the problem. You are, and you're perpetuating the downfall of mankind. Liberty City was great before phones ruined everything.
Liberty City was a church, a cow pasture, and 3 houses when the telephone was invented.
Liar!
You're the liar.
After the Reed Tucker conversation, a caller yells at the end of the call, "Free Kevin," a reference to infamous computer hacker Kevin Mitnick. Kevin Mitnick is a real person.
Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah. Free Kevin!
And then finally from the trivia section, the station's frequency, 109.0, falls outside the normal range of valid frequencies for FM broadcasting, which is 87.5 to 108.0 megahertz. Because of this, it would not be possible to listen to this station using a normal FM radio. I don't know if this 109.0 is mentioned in the GTA 3 version of Chatterbox FM, or if it's in one of the later games versions. If you are really hardcore interested in reading everything on the Chatterbox transcript, you can find it. It's got its own wiki page here, and it is long. So all that's left for me to do here is to grade Chatterbox FM. So I don't really know how to do this because I can't average like grades that I've given to each of the individual tracks. It's just one big long track, but I think Laszlo is hilarious, and I think the callers are hilarious, and it's just really, really well put together. That said, I don't want to just give it an A because then it wins. We'll call it an A-. We're going to give it a tie for the lead with a couple of other stations. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.
I wanted to say something about these video games. They are warping our kids' minds. My son's dog, Bugo, got hit by a truck, and he says, Mommy, where's the reset button? Kids these days, they think life is a game. Laszlo, life does not have a reset button.
Right, but this show does. I love that button.